Hey guys, it's Jimmy 2P's Garage, and today I have my assistant James with me, and we're going to be working on these nasty, ugly window trims. They are moldy, they look horrible. Is that funny?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Okay, well, we're going to clean it up so that they're no longer funny. We want them looking clean and fresh.
Cute fresh.
Clean and fresh.
No.
No?
I see.
You what?
See.
You want to see? All right, so James lasted about as long as I expected, 2 seconds. So I guess we're on our own. But if you look at these trims, you'll see that they look a little bit rough. They don't just look rough, they feel rough. If you go over them with your fingers, you can feel like the grittiness. So what we'll use is a Scotch-Brite pad to sand it down, get it level, make it smooth again. From there, I'll go over it with a magic eraser, which will kind of smooth it out and make it look a little glossy. I wouldn't say glossy, but I guess it'll bring a little shine back to it. And then from there, we'll seal it with Shin-Etsu, which should bring it back to life and make it look about as good as new. All right, so of course the first thing we're gonna do is struggle to put on painter's tape because it is most definitely worth keeping this paint looking good. We don't wanna accidentally brush up on it with a Scotch-Brite pad and then all of a sudden, you know, that paint ain't so bright. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna go ahead and tape the inside of the window too. I'm not too worried about the glass, but as most of y'all know, this is factory tinted glass, smoked at Honda. So you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and just spend an extra couple minutes, tape the inside off of the window, and then I don't have anything to worry about. Now that it's all taped up, time to get to work. Okay, so I don't know if y'all can see it too well, but if you look really close, you could probably see that I took away the spots. You don't really see how jacked up it looks. Unlike down here where you can really see that's looking rough. Up here, you can see that it's a lot smoother. One of the things is if you feel it out, you can feel that it is smoother. Whereas down here, it feels a lot rougher when you rub your hand across it. So it's kind of like paint, you know, if there's a contamination in the paint, it feels rough, or if there's overspray, it kind of feels something like that. But up here, it's nice and smooth. You don't see any spots on it, so that should be good to go. So I'll go ahead and finish up here. All right, I'll spare y'all all the detail and just get straight to it. So I went ahead and finished sanding it. You can see it already looks way better. It's crazy. Now, I mean, it looks like it's been scuffed up. All right, so no problem there. That's why I'm gonna go ahead and use this magic eraser just to help smoothen it out a little bit before we go ahead and seal it. So I'll do that real quick. It won't take long. This is much faster than using the Scotch-Brite pen. All right, you can see it's already looking way better. But I noticed after hitting it with the magic eraser that there's still a few spots that look a little spotty. So I'm tempted to go ahead and just hit those spots real quick with the Scotch-Brite pad because that might help clear it up a little bit, and then it will go over it again with the magic eraser. And then from there, I'll go ahead and seal it. All right, guys, now the last part to the puzzle. We're gonna go ahead and seal it with this Shin-Etsu. And this will help restore it, rejuvenate it, it'll protect it and seal it, and then we should be good to go for a little while. I wanna say they recommend that you do this every 12 months. Obviously, I might come back in like 6 months because these have been neglected. Nobody's touched these ever. But I'll go ahead and start here and we'll see what happens. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and take a glove. I'm gonna put a little bit on my finger and then I'm gonna spread it around real light. Now you can see I just put a nice thin layer on top of this. Honestly, you probably don't even want that much on it, but what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and do it overnight. I'm not driving this car tomorrow or the next day. So I'll probably go ahead and just leave it on there for a little while. And then after I feel like it's had time to really absorb it and soak it in, I might come wipe away any excess so that it's not collecting dirt and that dirt's just sticking to my window. But I can tell you already, it looks way better. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty happy with this. I think I'm gonna probably leave it alone and not replace them at that point. And so it was worth the $20. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and wait for it to cure. In a couple days, I'll come take some more video of it, and then we'll see how the final result looks. It's been about 24 hours. So I let it sit there. I don't know if you absolutely need to, but I decided to go ahead and do that just to give it a little bit of extra time to soak in. I came out here a little while ago and I wiped it down with a rag. I just want to make sure that there isn't too much left behind because it will collect dirt. I think it came out pretty good. If you look here, you can probably see that this looks night and day different. I will say a couple things I'm noticing. I don't know if you can see here, there are some fine scratches right there in the rubber. That's probably from the Scotch-Brite pad. I'm sure if I had used the magic eraser a little bit more on it, it wouldn't have happened. Let's see if I shed some light. Also, you might be able to notice that there still are a few little spots you can see in it. So it doesn't get it perfect. Although I would say this looks, roughly 95% better than what it did. It definitely doesn't catch your eye the second you walk up to it. So overall, I'm pretty happy with how it came out. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and do some of the other trim. I have some of this back trim. I started taping it off a second ago, but I'll probably go ahead and get this back piece of trim. I'll get this roof piece as well. And then that would help make the whole thing look a lot nicer. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe.